Now everybody knows over the years I've evil twinned out pretty much every bike I have except the MT-09, and that's coming. But what I love to do, and I did it today, I love to just change some part of the motorcycle, and in this case it's the exhaust system, and it just makes it a whole different bike. It feels different, it runs a little different, for no reason at all, just makes me feel like I have an extra bike in my collection. This bike has been evil twinned many, many times. We have 4 or 5 different exhaust systems, and the different parts that we've replaced, the upgrades, it's all made the bike a lot of fun to ride, a lot of fun to have. Just so everybody knows, one of the things I enjoy the most about my little bike collection here is evil twinning them out, switching parts, making them feel like different bikes, new bikes. And once they're registered, the rest of it, it's like having 2 bikes for the price of one, or more than 2 bikes in the case of the GS. Anyway, but one of the things, I had a couple of rides now on the FZR. I was not real happy with the way that muffler worked out, and it had a tendency to backfire when you backed off the gas. It was pretty restrictive. It was nice and quiet, but pretty restrictive. It chopped off some of the top end power, but there's always good news. Because it's an evil twin, the exhaust system can be just 2 bolts, and you have another exhaust system on it. It's very, very convenient to have that. And I have 4 different exhaust systems. So it's nice for today's ride. It's 2 bolts, and I'm ready to, the whole exhaust system comes off, and the Norton one just goes right back on. Now the Norton one is a little bit louder, a little bit more top end power, and it doesn't have that annoying tendency to backfire when you're decelerating. So, I don't know. It's all about evil twins. And what happens is every time I ride the bike, it feels like a little bit different of a bike. I always feel like I bought a new bike. But first thing is the fish, the garden, and we need flowers for the table, among other things. And then I'll be ready for a short ride. But the good news is for us this afternoon, our grandson's coming over to stay with us the whole afternoon. I don't know what we're going to go swimming in a pond or whatever we're going to do. Every day is different than the day before. So I've been waiting a few days. I want to buff out that little paint touch-up that we did for the bubble. We did that a while back, but it's always good to let it dry. The longer you let it dry, the better it is. And of course, we've had this muffler on the bike already, so it's no big surprise, but I just love being able to swap out these parts in a matter of minutes. It just makes it, I always get the feeling I have more bikes than I really have. And of course, my hand buffed wheels. Well, when I look back at doing those wheels, and black of course is the hardest to do of any of the colors. And I have a one-of-a-kind lettering designed by John Pothier. That was really a labor of love. Boys, it's not represent it's fish red grandpa wings. Come on guys, no splashing, no fight. These are supposed to be colored peppers, right?
Yes, I'm waiting.
Well, I guess with these, you got a bunch of them over here. Wow. The farm is in high velour here. And Luciano's wife, I delivered some of these, and she's making some kind of delicacy out of the flowers, an Italian delicacy, I guess.
Stuff.
She's making stuffed, Karen said stuffed zucchini flowers from our zucchinis. Can you imagine? We got a bunch of little pickles here. Ah, yeah. And what's better in the morning than some baby cherry tomatoes? And we're hoping to have kohlrabies very soon, but I don't know. I don't know about the kohlrabies, may not be that productive. It's a lot of fun getting the farm taken care of, and then we're going to head out on the open road. At least for a short ride anyway. If only I could train the fish to do some of the work on the farm, it would be so nice. You going to take fresh flowers for the table today? Fresh flowers every day. Every one of these zinnias came from one little plant that Nanda Navola gave us a couple of years ago, and it's expanded into a giant zinnia garden behind the pond. Every day fresh veggies. Oh boy, I feel like we live in Italy.
This is going to be a cherry tomato sauce for pasta.
Cherry tomato sauce today.
And
a delicious melon. That melon should be right for lunch.
I'm going to roast these tomatoes in the oven.
No wonder we're so healthy. And the weather looks to be real nice, but there's only one thing: we have to be back early. Again, we're going to be having a company of Miles for the whole afternoon. Well, maybe even the morning, I don't know. But I can get out on the open road for a couple hours. So this reminded me how much I liked the Norton muffler originally, and of the 4 mufflers, I just have a feeling this one's going to stay on a bike long. And the only downside with the Norton muffler, of course, it's a little bit louder, but one of the benefits is we got rid of that annoying backfire. Oh boy, what a nice day this turned out to be. Woo! Just, it isn't really as hot as a couple of days ago. We really had some cooker days. And it's probably been 9-10 years that I've had this bike, and I've had it with different windshields, different bars, different seat, 2 different tail sections, just 4 different mufflers. It has truly been an evil twin. I think the only thing I'm going to have to do here is when I get back to the house is fine-tune the idle. When you do change the muffler, of course, sometimes it disrupts the idle, and that's easy. This is why I love Evil Twins. So easy to make a big change to the bike, and to be honest, I like the sound of this muffler, even though it's a little loud. I do like the sound of it better if I leave it on for a while. And one thing I always do when I change a part that relates to the engine, I always go down to my local little friendly drag strip there, do a couple of runs through the gears, and boy, I wish I had a quick shifter on this bike. Oh. Beautiful landscaping. Love to look at landscaping. Motorcycles and landscaping. And when you hear the Valentine chirping like that, you know somewhere down that road somebody has either radar or something. Somebody's watching. But this area I'm pretty familiar with, and we had a clean. Now, where this bike really shines is on a road like 106. It's a very quick handling bike, and it's surprisingly good on a tight, twisty road. For a 1000cc bike, it really has that twitch ability, and that's one of the characteristics. When you're on the highway, this bike, you can just get on the gas in any gear. It doesn't have a real peaky power band. It comes on good down low. It's a great highway bike. And the landscaping all around this area is just so nice. There's just so many well manicured homes and houses, and even some of the factories have nice stuff on them. That is what I love about Evil Twin projects. If you don't like it, put it right back. In 20 minutes you can have a whole nother exhaust system on a bike. Couldn't be any better. But we do have to get home. Miles is coming over. I think Grammy wants to bake a cake today. I'm not sure. But whatever. It's going to be a great day. Now the only thing left to do today, what a nice ride this was. The only thing left to do, I got to reset the idle. When you change the exhaust, a lot of times the idle changes. And we're waiting for our grandson to get here. This just gets to be a little tricky. There we go. Very sensitive to the idle adjustment. That's it. Perfect. So this is what we're going to do today. We're going to play video games.
No, we're not. He only has 15 minutes.
I thought we were going to bake a cake.
We're going to bake a cake very shortly.
Time to bake a cake with Grammy.
Oh, I can't stand that garlic.
This is the hard job. You got to mix the dough.
A lot of sugar.
No, it's sugar and flour.
And no free samples.
What?
Okay, so.
No, you can't. You can't eat it uncooked.
No free samples. Is this going to be a 1-layer cake or a 2-layer cake?
1 layer.
1 layer. Don't burn yourself. That's hot.
Looks more like pie.
Oh, it looks delicious to me. When you want blue icing, you got to mix it up, baby. Mix it up. You want to be on cake and bake channel. There you go. Go, baby, go.
You have to use that mixer thing that you got.
No, you don't use a mixer with this.
Is that a good color? Let's see. Oh, what a hog! There's not going to be enough to do the cake now. Oh, is it good?
You can't do it yet because it's
Is it good? Yes or no? Oh my God. Who raised him?
Let's lose.
Wow, am I hungry. Are you eating free samples? No free samples today. Wow, that's a great way to end the day. Hey, you stealing cake from me? That's my piece. Is that fair? So it was a really good day with the family, with the bike, with the FCR. Good memories here looking at these. Every time I see this picture, working on those carbs in the middle of the winter, my hands are still hurt. This bike has been part of my life for so long and so many great adventures. Thank you, Luciano, who originally found it for us. It wasn't far from his home that we bought it. And looking back to the Ferrari days, all the days we've evil twinned it out. We've evil twinned this thing to where it's the super evil. It should be a super evil twin. Anyway, it's been fun. And when you first got it, when we track dated, and it's still a lot of fun now. In fact, it's so much fun, I wish I had another one. And we post up video every day. Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow.